Okay, good afternoon. Thank you very much for coming for this very special occasion here in the USC basketball tradition. I'd like to tell you the format of what we're going to do today. We're going to have our athletic director, Pat Hayden, make some opening comments. Then we're going to have our new basketball coach, Andy Enfield, make some comments. Then we will take questions from the media, please. And then we will do some one-on-ones with the media. So without further ado, let me bring up Pat Hayden.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Nice to have all my employees applauding for me. Thank you. I like that. Good afternoon and welcome. I'm glad you're here. Before I introduce a new coach, I wanted to thank a number of people who have really made this day and this decision possible. In our staff, Donna Heinel, J.K. McKay, Mark Jackson, I think some of them or all of them are here. And in particular, Steve Lopes, our Chief Operating Officer, have really spent a lot of time over the last 3-4 months arriving at this moment, a really important moment for us. Thank you very much. And also a special thanks to Jed Hughes of Korn Ferry, who helped us over the last 3 months as well. Another special thank you goes to Bob Cantu, Dieter Horton, and Tony Miller, our coaches, who, under difficult circumstances, really showed their class. I'm just so proud to be associated with those guys. It's a very, very difficult job they had, not knowing what their future would be. But they were fantastic Trojans, honorable men, and we will support them any way we can going forward. So I really want to thank our basketball staff. USC basketball should be relevant. USC basketball should be relevant. But let's be honest, it has not been relevant for a while. We're about to change that, we believe. We believe we have many, many assets here at USC to make us relevant and actually a force in basketball. We have a top school, ranked 23rd in U.S. News Report. We've got great athletic and basketball facilities, as you're well aware. We've got a stable conference in the Pac-12. You've got Los Angeles. You've got great high school basketball being played within a free throw of here. And you've got an athletic department that wants to win basketball in the worst way, win it and have a great program, not just a year or two of good basketball, but build a long-term successful basketball program. That is where we see ourselves. We want to reset the basketball culture starting today. What we've been missing really is the right leadership for our program, and why we believe we have that in Andy Enfield. You know, with all due respect, taking a good look at Andy and then taking a good look at his wife Amanda, that he's got an eye for talent and he's an exceptional recruiter. Amanda, we want to welcome you to the Trojan family as well. They have 3 fantastic kids. We hope this is going to be a great journey for you. Your kids will be hanging out with my grandkids as we go to basketball games and volleyball games and the whole bit. But the Trojan family is a very special family, and you're now part of it. So welcome, Amanda, and your family. I know a lot has been made of Andy over the last few weeks, but I think when I've looked at him, when we've looked at, Steve and I and our team, it really looked at a lifetime of success. He is the son of 2 educators. Both his parents were teachers. He was his high school valedictorian, went on to a great institution, played basketball at Johns Hopkins, where he scored over 2,000 points, set a record, as some of you know, in free throw percentage shooting. Then went on and worked for Anderson Consulting, got his MBA at Maryland, has been a part of 2 startup companies that have been very, very successful. Had a great, very successful pro basketball coaching career where he developed over 100 professional basketball players. Worked with Rick Pitino in Boston as well as an assistant. And then 5 terrific years at Florida State, where he was an assistant for Leonard Hamilton, who had nothing but good things to say about Andy when I talked to him several times over the last week. In the last 2 weeks, as you know, he's had an incredible run in the tournament. So why Andy? I think it's some of the life success that I've talked about. It hasn't just been the last 2 or 3 weeks. Certainly those 5 years of great work at FSU. The turnaround of the basketball program over the last 2 years. Let's be honest, we do have a turnaround situation here. We think Andy's can handle that. He's young, he's innovative. innovative. He's a proven recruiter. But more importantly, he's a teacher, and he can develop talent. That is very, very attractive to us. He's had a long, long record of doing just that. Academics are important to him, as you can tell by his academic background and his parents as well. And his up-tempo offense and style are also attractive, and I think will resonate well with the basketball community locally and internationally and nationally, of course, also. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce our next basketball coach, Andy Enfield. Andy?